Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Talenta, and I'm here with my partner Natalie. And today we will be talking about the nature of speaking and how to teach it. Now, we will be talking about the nature of speaking first. So let's get straight into it. I think the first question that needs to be asked about speaking, especially when we want to learn about its nature at its base, is what do the speakers do? Well, obviously, the first would be speech production. This pertains to the process by which spoken words are selected to be produced. And I'm sure you've heard of the saying, think before you speak, at least once in your life. And here in speaking, this rule absolutely applies. You need to think before you speak. Now, what I mean by this is that to produce a speech, there are three stages that goes on in your head. The first is conceptualization, formulation, and then articulation. Conceptualization, as the name suggests, happens inside the head of a speaker. This is where words are being conceptualized. They were given shapes, they were given form, they were given meaning. Then you have formulation that comes after conceptualizing your words. This means that words are chosen based on the context and settings where the speaker finds themselves in. What a speaker would say to a friend will definitely differ to what they would say in a formal speech, for example. And finally, once all of the above are done, that is when you articulate your message or speeches to your audience or whoever it is you are talking to as a speaker. Next, we have self-monitoring and repair. It is the process where a speaker regularly performs self-check on themselves to detect errors and mistakes and attempts to fix it. This process happens at the same time as when you were producing your speech, roughly at the same time when you were conceptualizing, formulating, and articulating your speech. A speaker, when they made a mistake, will often make an effort to correct themselves, be it mid-sentence or by repeating the correct message they wish to convey. An example of this is whenever a person said something wrong, they usually just went, whoops, no, not that, I mean this, or sorry, that's not what I meant, I mean this or that, and etc. Next is what I would call automaticity. This is referring to the notice. Okay. This is referring to the speaker's focus or attention on the aspects of the speaking task. In other words, this is referring to the fact that a speaker must know about the focus of their speech or messages. What is the main idea of the discussion? What is the theme of their talk? What is the topic? And what is the context of their conversation? I mean, imagine you were discussing about your holiday last week and someone just walks up to you and start talking about a volcanic eruption that happened 10 years ago. I mean, technically, this still counts as speaking, but it has nothing to do with your holiday last week. The context does not match. And next, the fourth aspect of speaking would be your fluency. It is the natural ability to speak spontaneously, quickly, and comprehensibly with few numbers of errors that may distract the listeners from the speaker's message. This can help the speaker to keep speaking without making it hard for the listeners to understand their messages and to maintain the communicative idea more effectively. And finally, next, we have what I call as speech management. Speech management involves three things: interactions, taking turns, and paralinguistics. As the name suggests, interactions refers to the fact that speakers interact with other people. It is why we speak, to share our ideas, thoughts, and feelings with others in a conversation. Now, Again, in a conversation, we can't always be the one who speaks all the time. We have to allow other people to speak as well, to let them express their opinions, express their emotions and thoughts. That's why I call it taking turns. And finally, what I meant by paralinguistics is that I'm referring to a speaker's tone, their pitches, their sound. This is also an important aspect of speaking because these can help to convey the feelings and emotions of the speaker. You can tell how some speakers feel, whether they be happy or angry or frustrated or nervous based on how they speak, their tone, and etc. Now, moving on, now that we know what exactly a speaker does whenever they speak, hopefully it can give us more insight on the nature of speaking. So the next thing we are going to discuss is how we can teach someone to speak. And to do that, my partner Natalie will be taking over from here. So Natalie, if you would please.
Okay, thank you, Talenta, for yes. So next we will discuss and talk about how people teaching speaking, as Talenta said before. So there are some techniques or methods, I think, for if we want to teaching speaking in many other people. So for the first methods that I will explain is warm up. So what that does that mean is warm up? So warm up is before we starting to speak. Yeah, before we starting to speak, warming up is the best thing to overcome nervousness and loss of confidence. So when before you start to speak, you can keep what's it take need a little warm up, and you may do anything that, because there's many kind of like is it relaxing your gestures, or your, yeah, you can do anything when you warm up. So, and then the second is exposure yourself. Exposure yourself is for people who will speak in front of many people. So it's like public speaking. Yeah, you speak in front of many people. You must be good at changing the atmosphere from tense to fluid if they want to run smoothly and not appear poor in the eyes of audience. So when you speak in front of many people, you should make the atmosphere, the situations, it's look fun, and not was it uh not not too fluid and too seriously, so that the audience can enjoy your, was it, your presentation or your appearance, so that they can see your you are really a people who talk, yeah, who talk in front of many audience there. Then the next is clarification and highlight. What does I think that some people didn't have heard about this before, but I will explain it. So clarification and highlight is when you is it do it before when you speak, and you when before you, what is it, you presentate your material or your, and so but this I will put this in the clarification and highlight and also the practice in one context, because these two are very related. So I will explain these three material. So clarification and highlight is what when when you speaking and when you want to teach, yeah, when the especially for the teachers, when they teach speaking to their students, so you should you should make like what's it, start, yeah, you should make your students start to speaking in English if you want to speak fluently, if you want to speak fluently, and work on your pronunciations. Yeah, if you want to speak fluently, and you should learn whole many vocabularies and learn whole phrases, not, yeah, not just what's it, not just one by one, not just by step, the the little what's it, the little vocabularies. And then use resources, yeah, you should find many resources to make your levels, to make your levels. And then as I said before, in the seconds is exposure yourself. Yeah, you can exposure yourself, you can practice your speaking with your teachers or your tutors. So as many people said that practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So if you practice more and more, yeah, I'm sure that your your speaking skills are be honed. So, so yeah, yeah. I think that what's it, the techniques or methods that you every people can use when they want to, what's it, when they want to improve their speaking abilities. And then when you uh speaking, yeah, when you later will be speak in front of many people, you should be always keep smile and take a deep breath first before you uh perform in front, and main without, I think that with hundreds or thousand people. So yeah, I think that this tips and the steps is very useful for you. Okay, so I think that's all for our presentation today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much.